Hello everyone. So today we have gathered here to host the Inter-House Quiz Contest, whose theme is the National Unity Day. This is the first or the skidding round for classes 9 to 12th, and please make sure that you are curious enough to answer the questions. So let's begin. This quiz is sponsored and powered by Jigyasa Quiz Club, which is the quiz club of APS Danapur Cant, and we have conducted several quizzes in the school in the past also, which you might have participated. So let's begin with this quiz. A bit intro to the team which was working behind the research and execution is done by Vishnu Upadhyay and Anshul Kumar, and quiz master is obviously Dr. CB Pandey sir. Now without any delay, we shall jump into the quiz. Oh yes, we have rules also. So there are 15 questions in the quiz. The questions are of general perspective, more or less general perspective. There are some questions which are based on the theme, that is Unity Day. You might not be able to grasp them that they are of the theme, but they are actually of the theme. Each question carries 1 mark. That is, all the questions are of 1 mark except the questions 13, 14 and 15, which are 2 markers. Actually they are the start questions, and you know the system that if there is any sort of tie between two competitors, then we decide by checking the start questions. The one who has scored more in star wins the place in the qualifiers. So the answers has to be given in the Google Forms, whose link has already been provided yesterday to all of you, and the results shall be declared at 5 p.m. The results shall be declared for each house. Each house there will be 3 qualifiers who shall sit in the offline finals that shall be conducted by the Jigyasa Quiz Club on the 22nd of October. This is the date which is mostly and probably agreed. If any changes are there, we shall tell the qualifiers. So without any delay, we shall now begin this quiz. Get set, go. So be ready with your arsenal, and I would like to also suggest you one thing, that please do not use any form of assistance for this quiz throughout. It might be an electronic assistance, book assistance, any form of assistance, because this quiz needs your own attention, your own curiosity, and you shall be surprised to know, if you need to just qualify this quiz, you just need to be attentive enough, because in many questions the answer is imbibed into the question itself. So you just need to listen what the question is, listen to my hints which I shall be giving in between the questions, and then decide your answer. This quiz shall build your critical thinking, which is very essential for any quiz, any modern day quiz, because modern day quizzes are not factual, they are more or less subjective ones. They need your critical thinking, they need your own logical reasoning, your analytical ability. So I would really suggest you, please do not do that. And there's one more point I would like to make, that if you are using any devices, then that means that if you are qualifying for the finals, you are not well equipped, and you might feel embarrassed when you are not able to answer in the finals, which will be offline, where there is no scope of any assistance. And therefore I request you all to please cooperate and let the best one qualify. The first question: established in 1906, which Unani pharmaceutical company, whose name means companion in suffering, makes the highly popular products Safi, Sualin and Ruafza? Very simple one. You need to identify that company which makes this product Safi, Sualin and Ruafza. Now let's move to the next question, and I will give you a hint. Pay attention to the term companion in suffering, just that hint. Number 2. Born in Demerara, Guyana, Travis Dowling represented the West Indies in 6 tests and 11 ODIs. He, however, gained international fame during the 2009 Champions Trophy when he got out to an unlikely bowler whose till date only international wicket is he. You need to tell me that which is this extremely famous person whose international wicket is he? Only international wicket. Okay, and I will give you a clue also that extremely famous person is an Indian. Now I will not tell you much. Identify this person by your own. Question number 3. Established in 2018, the SRPF is a special group of 82 soldiers who have been tasked to protect a certain community. What are they protecting? You need to tell me that these SRPF, which is a special group, they are trying to protect a certain community. What are they trying to protect? Okay, and for this I would like to give you a hint that this community is not that community which you are thinking. It is something else which needs to be protected according to the government, and most of us also agree for this same cause. And I will also give you a hint that this SRPF is located in the northeast. Now, no more hints for this question. Identify yourself. What is this community which they are trying to protect? Number 4, easy one. Dubbed as the worst nuclear disaster in history, the Dash power plant encountered a sudden power surge that caused a rupture in the reactor vessel, which ejected radioactive material into the atmosphere and led to a series of explosions. Fill in the blanks. You just need to tell me that where is this power plant located, or which is this power plant that is often dubbed as the worst nuclear disaster in history. If you don't know this name, just remember there was a Netflix movie recently made in this context, a very famous one, and whenever we talk about nuclear disaster, this name comes into our mind first. Okay. Number 5. Razakars was a special force group owned by a certain princely state that was later annexed by the Indian government. Name the operation led by the Indian Army to capture that princely state. Very simple. The Razakars was a special force group which was owned by a certain princely state, which was later annexed by the Indian government by an operation of the Indian Army. You need to name me that operation. I don't want the name of that princely state. I want the name of the operation that was led by the army to capture that state. Number 6. What was Mahatma Gandhi's ashram set up in 1910 in Transvaal, South Africa called? It was the headquarters of the Satyagraha movement he started in South Africa. Very, very easy question. If you remember, Mahatma Gandhi had a very popular, he used to idolize a very famous person. Just remember that the person's name is in that ashram. Very, very famous ashram for that Sikh. Next question. About which Indian kingdom had Dalhousie once remarked as a cherry that will drop into our mouth one day? No more hints for this one. A very easy one. If you know Dalhousie, then you might guess this as a very easy one. A very popular kingdom as well. And also this kingdom also led to the revolt of 1857. Biggest hint which I can give to you. Otto von Bismarck is known for his blood and iron policy for unifying Germany in the late 19th century. Which Indian freedom fighter is often remarked as Bismarck of India? No hints. Just tell me which Indian freedom fighter is often remarked as Bismarck of India, because he used the same practices as Bismarck did. Number 9. Which popular Indian lawyer had advocated for Batukeshwar Dutt during the Central Legislative Assembly bombing case? You know, Batukeshwar Dutt and Bhagat Singh both were charged under the Central Legislative Assembly bombing case. So, which popular Indian lawyer had advocated for Dutt? And you all know that Bhagat Singh had done his own advocacy, but a lawyer had advocated for Dutt. Means a lawyer had put forward Dutt's argument in front of the court. You need to tell me the name of this lawyer. Very famous lawyer. If you have read history, then not extremely famous, but yes, he was a popular Indian personality, Indian lawyer. Number 10. Raja Hari Singh was the king of Kashmir during the independence period of India. Which ruler had bought Kashmir for 7 lakh, actually no, 75 lakhs Nanakshahi rupees from the British? So Raja Hari Singh, he was the king of Kashmir, you know. But the thing which we want to ask is that which ruler had bought Kashmir from the British at the cost of 75 lakh Nanak Shahi rupees. Nanak Shahi was the currency of that time. So, yeah, this is the question. Number 11th. This is a type of Indian turban ornament usually made of gold and gems like emeralds and rubies. Name it. I will show you a picture. It is of an Indian turban ornament. You need to tell me that what is the name of it. Okay, which ornament it is. So yeah, this is that very popular ornament. I guess that you might not know of it, but yes, this is the question. Obviously, this is a quiz, so some questions might be tough, some might be easy. So I think this is a tough one for you. But yes, so we are talking about the ornament which is worn on this turban. You are able to see a ornament, a silver colored ornament which is worn on this turban. You need to tell me the name of this, and I will give you a hint that it has something to do with the position in which it is worn. I don't think so that this one is easy, so try it. If you don't know, then skip it. Identify this extremely famous person. A very famous Indian, you need to identify him. This is a young photo of that famous Indian. Next question, because this is extremely easy. Start questions begin now. So be careful and try to answer all these start questions, because the start question shall play a very decisive role in determining that who qualifies for the finals and who not. So let's begin with the start questions. Number 13. X was a famous ruler who started a special scheme for meritorious students by providing them financial aid for their studies to do their post-graduation in the Columbia University in New York. Y was another extremely famous personality who received a scholarship of 11.5 sterling under the same scheme. Name X and Y. So both X and Y are very famous, but Y is extremely famous. Like, you all know about Y. I guess most of you also know about X. I would like to tell that X is a very generous ruler. He was also called as the ruler of patronage. He used to patronize arts, he used to patronize intellectuals. So that is the reason that he started this special scheme for students. And it was very unlikely that Y would get this scheme, but because of the social system at that time, I would not tell you which social system, but yeah, Y was not it was very unlikely that Y would receive that scholarship, but he received it, and eventually he also did that post graduation, and later what many things he did, I could not count on many. So, and he received the scholarship of 11.5 sterling. You need to tell me X and Y, both the personalities. This is a 2-mark question. Beware of it. Number 14, a interesting one. The film Badshah, directed by Rajat Arora, is a 2017 Bollywood film based in the emergency era. It narrates the story of Gitanjali Devi, who tries to protect her gold from the wrath of the Indian government who was after this gold. The character of Gitanjali Devi is inspired from an extremely popular Indian princess, named the princess and the kingdom to which she belonged. So basically, I will show you the image of that princess. No, this is not the princess. This is Ileana de Cruz. We all know. She portrayed the role of Gitanjali Devi in that particular movie Badshah. What I need is that this character Gitanjali Devi was inspired from which popular Indian princess? Very, very popular princess and politician as well. A very popular Indian princess. And what was the name of her kingdom? So the biggest hint available in this question is Ileana de Cruz itself. Look at the way she is wearing the dress. That is the distinctive way in which that famous princess also used to wear. Gitanjali Devi is not the name of that princess, because the name of that princess was fictionalized in that movie. Actual name is something else, but I will tell you that it is some Devi only, and it starts with the same letter with which the Gitanjali starts. So guess for it. No more hints for this, and you need to also tell me the name of the kingdom to which Gitanjali Devi belonged. Not Gitanjali Devi, but the name of the kingdom to which that Indian princess belonged, from whom Gitanjali Devi had taken inspiration. And remember, if you are answering Ileana de Cruz, I will cut your points. I am only always on. I am telling you that I need the name of that princess from which the character of Gitanjali Devi was inspired in the movie Badshah, which was played by Ileana de Cruz. Look at the way she is wearing the sari, and uh, open your thoughts that which popular princess comes into your mind. Last question coming up. We are going to the end of the prelims. Yes, this is very interesting. Lalita Ke Aasu is a poem by Krantilal Verma. It describes the story of Lalita, a widow whose husband died on a foreign trip on public capacity. The story described by Lalita is her narrative, in which she feels that his husband was poisoned by, and many Indians to believe this. Who is Lalita's extremely popular husband, and where had he gone? So, Lalita Ke Aasu is a poem by this person called Kranti Lal Verma, and it describes the story of Lalita, who is a widow. His husband had died on a foreign trip, and this story is described by Lalita, whose narrative is that she believes that her husband uh, was poisoned, and many Indians, most of the Indians, believe in this theory also. Who is Lalita's extremely popular husband? Lalita is an actual character, okay? And Lalita's husband is extremely popular. And where had he gone? On public capacity. Try to answer this question with the help of the clues that are already given. Public capacity and poisoning. If you are able to answer it, then yes. It is a very easy question if you think in that sense. So yes, we have come to the end of this preliminary round. Thank you for staying with us. Kindly submit the Google Forms in due time, which I told you it is 4 to 5 minutes. As we will see that after 5 minutes, we will close the link. The results will be declared in the group by 5 p.m. And yes, organized by Jigyasa Quiz Club, eager to know.